Welcome to Talmudic Treasures. Today we're learning Yevamot page 24, which discusses the concept of rumors, where people are unfaithful and having relations with one another. Specifically talking about a case of a non-Jewish woman who is suspect of having relations with a Jewish man. She then converts, so they should not get married afterwards because of these rumors. But if they do, we do not require them to separate. We learn from here an important concept. According to this opinion of the Talmud, even though a person who converts should do so wholeheartedly, nonetheless, even though it has the appearance that her conversion is also for the sake of marrying this man, it's still considered to be a valid conversion. Of course, this is only in a situation where she does accept upon herself the various mitzvot of being Jewish. Now, in contrast, the Mishnah discusses a situation of a woman who is married and she is suspect of committing adultery with a particular man. And in that situation, upon getting divorced, she is not to marry this man. And if she does, then they actually are to separate. Now, on this, the Talmud discusses that we can understand if there were actually witnesses, then there's really nothing to talk about. Because if there were witnesses that could testify that there was an act of adultery, though there is at that moment a prohibition that she is no longer allowed to be with her husband, but also she's not allowed to be with that other man. The question is if there were not witnesses, and we have this very strong rumor. Now, there is another major factor, and that is, what if she actually has children from her first marriage? Now, again, she did get divorced, and she decides to remarry and marry this other guy. Now, she wasn't supposed to. The question is, will we say that they have to leave the marriage? Now, in this situation, even though we really would want them to leave the marriage because we're not happy that they got married to begin with, because after all, there's this very strong rumor, but we also have to be extremely sensitive, because if she had children from the first marriage, those rumors will continue, and those rumors may end up saying that, yes, she committed adultery, and by the way, those children were actually not children from the man she was married to, but from this man that she's been committing adultery with, which means that her children will be under the category of called mamzerim, which is obviously not a strong, very good thing to be called. Therefore, we see the tremendous sensitivity that we have to be very careful before we make certain laws, especially with children involved.